Good morning. So today we'll be working on the summative for our Unit 5 opinion piece unit. Basically, the most important thing about this piece is everybody has an opinion. I can give you a subject and you can talk about it, you give your opinion, and that's great. But what really counts, especially in terms of your writing, is your ability to provide your opinion, but then back up that opinion using examples, quotes, proof, supporting points, which is what we've been doing throughout the course of this unit and our last unit, paragraph creating. Even in our very first unit, we were about looking at graphic text, etc. It was about taking information out of a graphic text and answering questions and supporting your answers with proof. And that's really what we're doing here today. This is our final major summative in terms of our lessons. After this, we simply have your culminating and then the exam. So we're almost done. You're a couple days away from getting your literacy course credit for English, and you should be really proud that you've come this far. A couple more days, and we're good, and you're done with your literacy course. So let's take a look at what we're going to be doing today. So number one I'm going to talk about is it's going to be important for you guys to take a look at the feedback that I've given you. We always want you to do this, but especially for this assignment. Take a look at the feedback you've been given throughout the units, especially in the paragraph writing and this unit. And really the key here is about using proof to back up what you're saying. You're basically going to be writing a 5-paragraph opinion essay today. The first paragraph and the last paragraph being introduction and conclusion, and then your second, third, and fourth paragraphs being your main points with proof or examples to back those up. So here's the video. Obviously, please watch. You're obviously watching this. So you're going to write an opinion piece in response to one of the two following questions. So I'm going to give you one, or you can use one of your own. So number one, can reading and hearing about the success stories of a variety of individuals from different walks of life empower today's youth? So basically that's covering, hearing about things, about success stories from other people, can that in some way empower youth to be better themselves? So you're going to come down on either side of that. You're going to argue strongly, yes, it can, or no, it can't. That's really the crux of writing an essay, is you're really arguing one way. And so it's either yes or no. Or you can choose a question that you develop yourself on a different topic than the opinion planning from lessons 3 and 4. So you can't use the same topic that you used in the planning for lessons 3 and 4. So this has to be something completely different. Can't be a topic that you've used basically previously in this course. So try to come up with some things. If you're not sure, take a look at the Padlet we did on, I think it was lesson 3, that I asked you to give some things you might want to talk about or what other people might want to talk about. There should be a bunch there. So go ahead and look there, and maybe if you can't come up with one off the top of your head, then maybe find something that you might find interesting. So same thing, purpose, express your opinion to an interested adult. The key here is this is a 5-paragraph piece. Okay, 5 full paragraphs, not 1 paragraph, 5 paragraphs. So we're kind of putting it all together. So what you'll be doing is you'll be submitting all planning, including completed graphic organizer, rough draft, and a final draft with proof of editing. You will have to go through and edit this very well. When it comes in, I'll expect it to be spell checked, put through Grammarly, and any changes that you made, always a good idea to read it out loud. The final, when you think you're done, read it out loud to yourself, or you can actually have the computer read it to you. So sometimes you can hear mistakes when necessarily you can't see them. I've provided a checklist here by clicking here. Takes you to a checklist to go through before you've handed it in and make sure that you have all of this. So, read my sources carefully, used appropriate sources, taken notes on key points. That's just the reading section. Planning, through writing, revising and editing, then producing. Okay, so these are really good tips to make sure that you have all of these things in the proper order. Okay, so I would always go back, and you can kind of, I would suggest that once you do this, you can just kind of, put that there, highlight it, and you can even just highlight it that way and to let you know that you've done that. Okay, so that's a good way that I would do to go through and to make sure that I've done all of these things. So by the end, when you hand your essay in, all of these should be highlighted. Okay, so the actual itself is here. You're going to. This is pretty much the exact same graphic organizer that we did in lessons 3 and 4. So you've already done it once, should be easy. just come up with your topic. The topic has to be different, obviously, than ones you've done before. Your topic question, then your introduction, thesis statement, one strong sentence stating clearly what you're going to prove. Main point one, main point two, main point number three. These are how you're going to prove it, right? So a thesis statement is what you're going to prove and how you're going to prove it. Your statement is what you're going to prove, and here is how you're going to prove it. So this is the one paragraph, your introductory paragraph. Can't just be 2 sentences. You're going to have to, expand a little bit. But it doesn't need to be 8 sentences. It can be just, 3 or 4 sentences. It's just introduce the topic, a thesis statement, supporting point, and then you can just have a sentence leading into whatever your first point is. So supporting point number 1, topic sentence. You explain what exactly you're going to argue, what exactly it is you're trying to prove here. Then you're going to start using your proof. You give your first supporting detail and then your example. And this is the key. Okay, I would like you to do research. I'd like you to try to pull in as much information from outside sources as you can in order to back up what you're saying. So you need 3 supporting details and 3 examples per paragraph. This is body paragraph 1. You can use research, bring it in, as long as you embed the citations properly that we learned about in our MLA format unit earlier on. Make sure we do that, please. Okay, you're going to have to do a proper works cited and embedded citations. You're going to have to show by now you should know how to do that. We've had a number of chances for you to do that, so I would like you to show mastery over that. Body paragraph 2, your second topic sentence, detail 1, detail 2, and examples. Body 3, rinse and repeat, exact same thing. Your conclusion. In your introduction, you stated what you're going to prove. Your conclusion, you state what you did prove. So again, little topic statement, restating what your thesis was, what you did prove, and this is how you did prove it, right? You restate your supporting point 1, supporting point 2, supporting point 3. We've done this before. So once you do that, okay, you're going to come down and you're going to do a rough draft. Okay, and so what you could do is you could simply take everything you've done here, copy and paste it down into here, make it flow, make it sure it's proper paragraphs, etc. When you're done that, you have your final draft. Once you've done what should be here is what it should be spell checked. You should read it out loud to make sure everything makes sense. It should be edited for sense and structure, proper paragraph form. It should be run through Grammarly to make sure that your grammar is correct. Once it's done all that, once you're happy with it, put your final draft here, and then finally, works cited. Works cited are the works that you actually embedded in the final draft, as it was explained in MLA format. If you didn't embed anything in your final draft, that's saying you didn't use any information from outside sources, so you don't need to have this. But I'm telling you, you should. You need to have some outside sources that you're using to back up your opinion. It's just good writing. And that's really, so you're going to take it and you're going to put it into the Lesson 6 opinion piece Dropbox. How I'm going to evaluate it, I'm going to lean heavy on, do you have opinion? Yes. But the more important part for me here is, have you backed up your opinion using evidence and proof and explanation? So this assignment is evaluated based on your ability to plan and create a 5-paragraph opinion piece that has proper structure, that's sentence structure and paragraph structure, correct grammar, and interesting content. So it should be something, try to do something that I've said this before, that you feel strongly about, because you're more likely to be able to argue in detail and come up with examples and be able to back your opinion up with something you really believe in. You definitely should use feedback from your previous opinion pieces to help you make improvements to your work. We can't have you making the same mistakes over and over. So here you're going to show that you understand what's happened before and you're able to correct it. Okay, and that's it.